Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury
says, the way I see it, I have 4 fights maximum left, including Vladimir Klitschko on October the 24th. I don't really want to box anymore anyway. I don't like boxing. I don't like training. I just box because I can. If I'm lucky, I just have this fight, get knocked out, and sail away into the sunset with a few million quid. Obviously, the first guy would be Vladimir Klitschko, and then Deontay Wilder. Tyson described him as a phenomenal puncher who's getting better every day. He's came up from the streets. He's got good management, and he's achieved the ultimate goal in sports, becoming the heavyweight champion of the world. That was nice. That was nice of him to say. I was expecting him to say something greasy. So, and only rightly so. I expect him to change tack when they actually meet up. That's if he beats Vlad. His third fight will be Anthony Joshua, the British Olympian and gold medalist. Looks good so far, good shape. People love him. Hopefully he can go on and win the world title and do the country proud. So that's the third fight. They're not showing the fourth one, though. I'm seeing 3 fights here, so maybe an off day by the uploader. Maybe a typo. But yeah, he's not planning to stay in the game long, regardless if we can't find a fourth opponent. Looks like he doesn't want to hang. And in a way, I don't blame him. He's had a lot of cancellations on him. And, I'm not sure how healthy boxing is if he has been diagnosed bipolar. His wife said he was, and she didn't lie. She was joking. So, get a few million, go somewhere quiet, resolve some of the stuff going on in his head. And that's no disrespect. Everyone's got a few crazies in them. We just haven't all been diagnosed, I guess. David Haye definitely borrowed a few steps of Roy Jones' technique. The hands down, the rolling from the shoulder, the bend at the knees, then springing to the shots and all that stuff. The ambush-style fighting. You can definitely see it there. And that's what he used to defeat Enzo Maccarinelli. Blew Enzo Maccarinelli out of there. A lot of people won't admit in the UK that was quite a highly anticipated fight. And a lot of people thought Enzo could take David Haye out. I think Haye shocked everybody that, I think everybody knew Haye could punch. I don't think people realize how hard. So, can the man who we took the blueprint from, the original blueprint, can he just follow the theory, well, it's my blueprint, watch how it's really done, and crush Enzo? Well, unfortunately, the science of boxing doesn't work like that. The fight takes place in Moscow on the 12th of December. Apparently Roy has acquired citizenship in that country. It will be for the WBA Super World Cruiserweight title. But people are saying that Gilberto Mendoza is denying all rumours that this is true. So they're billing it as that, but the WBA are saying no, it's not. That's what they're saying. There is no approval from the WBA. But people are still billing it as a WBA title. So neither of them are rated in the governing body's top 15. Denis Lebedev is still the champion and has been since 2012. They've both been knocked out by Denis Lebedev, actually. In 2009, Lebedev took out Maccarinelli in 3. That was in the Manchester Arena, and it was quite a bad knockout from what I remember. And in 2011, Roy Jones, who was competing relatively on an even kill on the scorecards, got caught in the 10th and last round and was KO'd badly by Lebedev. KO'd really badly. So, that's the common opponent. Neither man has done anything at world level for the past. Well, Jones hasn't had a title since at least 2004. With Enzo, it's about 7 years have passed since his glory days, when he was the WBO Cruiserweight champion. Enzo went on a run where he took some bad KO defeats, and so did Roy. I don't know who suffered the worst KOs. It could be it's a battle. I think Enzo might have took maybe a couple more than Roy. Some bad knockout defeats, some bad ones. And Roy's had a couple of bad ones himself, so who lands first will winneth. And I have to favour Roy. We'll see. Yes. Well, when I looked at this guy's age, You're just a kid, man. I mean, like, that's when it comes to something. When you're seeing dudes of 41 years of age, and you say, you're just a kid. Sinan Samuel Sam, a Turkish heavyweight, who came to prominence when he took out Danny Williams. I never forget that. That's when BBC used to cover boxing over here, and weren't acting like total dickheads. He actually defended it against Julius Francis. I've got his box rec up here. But I remember the Danny Williams fight. I never forget that, man. I never forget that. Williams travelled over to Germany to take on Samuel Sam. He was based in Germany. And Williams was the favourite. From what I remember, Williams was the favourite. You know? No one really knew about Samuel Sam. Maybe he wasn't the favourite. In the UK, we all thought, Williams is going to go over there and pick up the European title. Because he picked up some form. Had a tough fight with Keith Long. That was a really tough fight, the Keith Long fight. He stopped Michael Sprott. I mean, he was having a lot of wars with Michael Sprott. He avenged the Julius Francis win. He beat Mark Potter with one arm. And, you know, he was the favourite to win. He was on a good streak. Very good winning streak. And he went over there, man, and like, Sam, not very athletic looking, quite flat-footed, but extremely strong and had good timing. He beat the crap out of Danny Williams, man. He floored him about 3 times, and he beat the crap out of him. Sam also went the distance with the likes of Oliver McCall. He was never stopped. I'm telling you, he was tough, man. Williams landed, and Williams could hit. Williams landed bombs. He didn't budge. I remember he didn't budge. Yeah? Went the distance with Oleg Maskaev. He was on the periphery of world class, but not quite there. He had some good wins. Lawrence Claybay. You know, who remembers Lawrence Claybay? He beat Dennis Baktov. He lost to Juan Carlos Gomez, a very good cruiserweight champion. He lost to him. I remember watching that. That was on BBC as well. So he was just short of championship level. He came up a bit short when he got there. After treatment for liver failure, passed away this morning, 41 years of age. His last fight was in 2008 against Paulo Vidos, who I believe, didn't Audley Harrison beat him for the Olympic title? And that was for the European crown, and that was his last fight. His promoters, Kale and Nice Sowland, are saying RIP. They're full of sorrow. Our Euro heavyweight champion has passed. The bull from the Bosporus. Yeah.